Hi, welcome to the Getting Started video for Netick. Netick is a multiplayer solution for Unity that makes exciting, quality, and secure multiplayer games easier and more fun than ever. After you have imported Netick to your project, you can click on Netick and Settings to show the main window for Netick. This window has two main tabs, the Settings tabs and the Sandbox tab. The Settings tab has many different settings which you can configure depending on your game, things like the tick rate, the maximum number of players, the maximum number of objects, and to learn more about each setting you can click on the question mark near the setting. And here in the end you have the prefabs section, which include a list of all registered prefabs in your project. And all prefabs here are prefabs which have a network object to them. And if for whatever reason you don't see your prefab here, you can just click on the Get Project Prefabs, which will get all prefabs, all network prefabs in your project. Now let's take a look at the samples which are included in the package. Here you have two samples, the first person shooter sample and the Bomberman clone sample. The Bomberman clone sample is a bit more advanced, so let's take a look at the first person shooter for now. Let's click here, let's click on scenes and the VS scene. Here you have a very simple level. The most important thing here is the network game object, which has everything related to the network game. Here you have three different scripts, the game starter and the FVS events handler and the network info. The game starter script is responsible for starting Netick, and the FVS events handler is responsible for spawning the player and listening to network events. The network info script is responsible for showing a bunch of different network information which are useful. Let's now start the game by clicking play. Here you have three different buttons: the run client, run server, and run server and client. The run client runs a client sandbox, run server runs a server sandbox, and run server and client runs both a server and client sandboxes. But what is a sandbox? A sandbox is an instance of the game, and to understand that, let's click on run server and client and then connect. As you can see here, when I move, the character that I'm seeing right now is the character of the other player, which here is the server. And as you can see, it seems that there is two versions of this character. So if I come close here and I click on it, there is two copies of the character, and that's because both the server and client views are being shown over each other. What's happening here is that we are running both a client and server scenes at the same time. And to only show the client scene or view, let's click on the focus button on the client here, and if I move, now only one character is moving, and that's because the input is applied both at the client and server sandboxes. And to move the server character, let's click on the focus button on the server, and now I'm looking from the server character and moving it. And sandboxes are an extremely useful tool that allows you to test your multiplayer game without building it, which is extremely useful and time saving and increases your productivity immeasurably. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.